Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to shoot this quick episode, hopefully it's quick, to just share the lessons that I've learned doing this Entrepreneurs of Cars thing. So far, I've got 3 episodes completed, and there's been a few big lessons. I believe in transparency. You know, I'm an entrepreneur myself, so I like to kind of catalog and go through the exercise of talking about the stuff that I've learned. First of all, the first episode I did with Ian Farr and the supercharged M3. I use this old Canon Vixia. It's not a very good camera for high definition, sorry, and the stability on it was very hard. I was walking around the car trying to do this to capture, and you can see that footage as I'm doing the walk around. Not very good. So the first thing I would recommend is getting yourself something quality. Now, I did have, or I still do have, a DSLR. It's a Nikon 5100. It's a good little camera. And I mean, I bought it for photography purposes, obviously, first, but the lens that I was using in the first few episodes was a Sigma 10-20, and it doesn't let in a lot of light. It's pretty good for wide angle and landscapes and capturing stuff during bright daylight, but for whatever reason I couldn't get it to focus for the life of me. I couldn't get a good quality picture. You can see when I shot the supercharged M3, I used way too wide of an angle. It just looks silly. So I've used this lens for all 3 shoots, actually, with the talk off, because I had to get a mic pack, and this is a Sony. I don't know exactly what the details are on that, but what I'll do is I'll try to find it and put it in the notes if anybody needs it. But I got this Sony wireless mic pack, and this goes on the DSLR. It plugs into the audio in jack. You put the other pack on your belt or in your back pocket, and you just wire the lav up to your shirt. Quality of the sound is really good. You can hear it in the intro talks that I do to every video with the supercharged M3, the Charger, and the McLaren. After that, when we get in the car, I'm using this thing over here, the GoPro. Now the GoPro I actually shot with my kind of test episode with Brad Pedersen and his Dodge Ram pickup truck, and I use that for the walk around. I use that inside the car, and all that really proved was I was comfortable talking to the entrepreneur, they were comfortable talking to me, the audio was good, and I could put it together. These things are not good for walk arounds. They're good for in-car action, on-car action, chase car action, stuff like that. So mic pack's a solid investment. Now, a new thing that I've gotten, which I haven't used yet for Entrepreneurs in Cars, I've used it for my business channel, but it's a Nikon Prime lens, and there's no zoom on it, which kind of sucks because you have to walk back and forth to get your right frame, but it lets in 3 times more light than this. So the quality of the video is so much better with this one. It's easily twice as good. Now, I haven't shot with it yet. The next video that I use, I'll definitely use it, and you'll see the quality there. But $200, it's used. Definitely probably one of the best investments I use for equipment. This thing, I'm not going to use it again. It's just no good for video, but that's what most of the around car and stills come from. It's mostly walking around the car with the camera on a tripod, and what I found is if you hold the tripod like this and kind of tuck in your arms, you can get a decent shot. So that's the equipment that I've used so far. I shot and edited the first episode with the M3. Didn't do the best job, really found that my editing skills sucked, and I found somebody to edit the raw footage that I shot for the 68 Charger. And I was pleased with the outcome of that. He didn't help shoot the material. On the third one with the McLaren, he helped to shoot and edit. So in that instance, we had a chase car. We used my M3. We put the camera, I believe it was on the side window, on the back, and maybe on the front to capture some of the outside action of the M3, or sorry, of the McLaren. And that just added some extra, reference point of view. So that's it as far as equipment and what I've learned so far. You definitely need to get somebody to edit if you can't do it, and I can't edit for the life of me. You obviously need the connections if you're going to get out there and start interviewing entrepreneurs. Of course, for me, it's always been about cars. I'm a petrol head, love cars, and I really like hanging out with entrepreneurs and telling their stories. And some of them have managed to buy these really interesting and cool cars. So I thought, why not do it? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to keep rolling and talk a little bit more about some other lessons that I've learned while doing this, and we'll carry on from there. Hey guys, what's up? Back again. I had to move the camera. Another, I guess, lesson of filming is sun's low, going to the office now, and having it over there some of the other stuff that I've learned here doing this video production thing, I guess, for entrepreneurs in cars. First of all, I don't know the first thing about shooting video. I don't know the first thing about photography. I'm very amateur with it. So it's been a lot of learning for me. I talked to a few video production guys that do stuff for television shows. I've talked to guys that record private video for businesses just to get some feedback and understanding. So that's been a little bit of a learning thing. But it is really not easy to do a quality video production for YouTube. It's kind of hard. So that's been a bit of a lesson as well. I guess one of the other things that I could talk about as well is when you're first getting started, you think that you're going to put this stuff out and you've got great content, you're driving cool cars and talking to entrepreneurs with really engaging stories. They're giving aspiring entrepreneurs advice on life and business themselves. So you think you've got something that might be a winner, but you're really talking to an audience of nobody. And I'll give you an example. You know, I've got left up here. I've got a subscriber base of, I think, less than 30 or 40 subscribers now, maybe just under 40. And you put out a video and you put it on your Facebook page and the Entrepreneurs in Car page on Facebook as well. My Twitter account's got 7,000 followers, and you get probably less than 100 views in a day or two. Now I noticed when other channels that have large subscriber bases put out a video, man, they've got 50,000 views in a matter of half a day. So it gets lonely at this point in time. I'm sitting here in traffic talking to a camera to an audience of right now pretty much nobody, but you know, you've got to start somewhere. You got to build it up somewhere. It's something that I'm going to continue to do. It's the end of September. Leaves are changing color here in the Greater Toronto area. So the weather's starting to cool down, and we're probably going to have snow by November, December, like we normally do. So I'm going to probably shoot a few more episodes. I might even do episodes in the wintertime, find somebody with a Quattro or an all-wheel drive or maybe a Range Rover or something and shoot an episode in there. So I'm going to carry on doing this for several more episodes and see how it goes. If you guys got questions, shoot them in the comments. Just either send me a note. You've got my contact details in the YouTube channel on the discussion table, or just throw them in the comments of the video, and I'm happy to record a video. If you want me to talk about my business, or if you want me to talk about my car, I'm happy to do a review. I mean, I drive a 2009 E93 M3. I actually imported this from the US into Canada. I could do a video on bringing a car into Canada. This is my second M3. I've always had fast cars ever since I could afford them. And it's just a thing for me. You know, a lot of people, you know, they'll just bang, oh, you got an E93 convertible, you're a badge conscious poser. You know, it's not a real sports car, it doesn't have a hardtop, it's 400 pounds heavier, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? I don't really care what you think, because at the end of the day, I'm getting a lot of vitamin D. I love the sun on me. You can hear the intake, the exhaust on the car when you mat it. It's just a lot of fun to drive. And I think the fall is probably one of the best times that I enjoy driving the car, simply because air's crisp and cool, road's cool, tires will light up easy. It's a lot of fun. So that's why I got the E93, just a short thing on that. So again, if you have any questions, just throw them in the comments. I'm happy to record a video to address that. I'm going to keep trying to improve the quality. Like I mentioned, I've got that new prime lens, so I'm looking forward to using that for entrepreneurs in car production. And we'll keep playing around with the production quality and see what we can do to make these better. I think I'm going to take the long way to work today. Hear that? Yeah, there's no doubt cars are fun. You know what I like about cars? You know, when you get into a nice car that's built solidly and it's got all the right bits and pieces and everything cooperates lovely, it just makes your balls tingle, man. It just, you know, it makes you feel alive. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you get cars and you want to go fast because you're a show-off, and you know what, most guys I know that have nice cars, most entrepreneurs that I know that have had like really good success and bought some of their dream cars, they're some of the most humble people, they're most generous and giving people. They don't get into these things because they want to show off, or they want to, hey, look at me, I've got a nice car. It's more about, I want to reward myself. I like cars, I like the way they make me feel. It's a shitload of fun, what can I say? Yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll probably throw the camera in and around the car as I'm driving in and capture some outside footage as I'm rolling, because I'm not very good at this, and maybe I'll use this as a practice video. So again, it's a learning lesson. Everything that I'm doing here is a total learning lesson. It's a lot of fun, and I'm going to keep messing around with it, because to be honest with you, it makes the balls tingle.